spears were inches from his chest. And then he saw it. In 1845, Elias Howe was failing. He was trying to build a machine that could sew, but he kept putting the hole at the wrong end of the needle. It literally wouldn't work. Then came the nightmare. He dreamed he was captured by a tribe in a distant land. They gave him 24 hours to finish the machine or die. As they danced around him with spears, he noticed something weird. Every spear had a hole right at the sharp tip. He woke up at 4 a.m., ran to his shop, and by 9 a.m., the first sewing machine was born. This happens way more than you think. Some of the biggest breakthroughs in history weren't made at a desk. They were downloaded while the inventor was passed out. We're talking about the foundation of the modern world. Take René Descartes. It's November 10th, 1619. He's a young soldier stationed in a tiny cold room in Germany. He falls asleep and has 3 vivid dreams. In the last one, he sees a book that says, "What path shall I follow in life?" and a spirit of truth tells him the entire universe is a giant machine. This was actually the birth of the scientific method. Before this, people thought spirits or magic moved the world. Descartes woke up and decided everything could be measured with math. He combined algebra and geometry because of that dream. If you hated analytical geometry in high school, you can blame a 17th century nap. But how does a brain just solve things while you're sleeping? It's called incubation. Your brain keeps working on problems in the background while you're offline. It's like your subconscious is tired of you overthinking things. Speaking of overthinking, let's talk about the internet. In 1996, a 23-year-old grad student named Larry Page had a dream that he could literally download the entire web and just keep the links. He woke up, grabbed a pen, and scribbled down the math for what would become PageRank. That dream is why you can find a recipe for sourdough bread in 0.2 seconds today. Google isn't just a search engine, it's a dream Larry Page had before he was even a billionaire. But it's not just code and needles, it's the money in your pocket. Roland Moreno was a French inventor who wanted a way to carry memory in a tiny, secure device. He was struggling with the layout of the circuits. One night, the design just appeared. He saw the exact way the microchip should be organized. He woke up and wrote it down immediately. Every time you tap your credit card or use a smart card at a turnstile, you're using a piece of tech that was literally dreamed into existence in 1974. Now think about the power grid running your entire house right now. Nikola Tesla didn't just build things, he saw them. Tesla experienced intense, vivid visualizations that bordered on waking dreams. He spent years trying to fix the problems with direct current motors. Then, during a walk in a park, the answer hit him like a lightning bolt. He had a flash of intuition that felt exactly like a dream state. In his mind's eye, he saw a highly detailed, rotating magnetic field. He could actually see the motor spinning inside his head, perfectly balanced. He drew the diagram in the dirt with a stick. That exact waking dream became the alternating current motor, the technology that powers almost every appliance on Earth today. Wait, we need to talk about the electric cows. Albert Einstein is the gold standard for genius, right? But his biggest spark came from a dream about a farm. He dreamed he was looking at a farmer standing by an electric fence. The farmer flipped a switch, and a bunch of cows all jumped at the exact same time. Or at least that's what the farmer saw. In the dream, Einstein was at the other end of the fence, and he saw the cows jump one by one, like a wave. This visual is what led him to realize that time and simultaneity are relative to where you're standing. One nightmare about zapping cows actually changed our entire understanding of space and time. Are you starting to see the pattern? Your brain is a pattern recognition machine. When you're awake, your logical brain is too busy worrying about what you're going to eat for lunch or if that person liked your post. When you sleep, those filters turn off. Let's look at William Perkin. He was only 18 years old. He was trying to find a cure for malaria using coal tar. He was failing miserably. He reportedly had a dream of a vibrant royal purple. He went back to the lab, made a massive mess, and accidentally created Movine. This was the world's first synthetic dye. Before this, purple was so expensive only royalty could wear it, because you had to crush thousands of tiny snails to get it. Perkins' dream-inspired accident created the modern chemical industry. He became rich beyond his wildest dreams because of a color. But sometimes these dreams are a matter of life and death, like insulin. Before 1920, a diagnosis of diabetes was basically a death sentence. Frederick Banting was a surgeon who was obsessed with finding a way to fix it. He was reading a paper one night, fell asleep, and had a dream with a specific instruction. Tie off the pancreatic duct of dogs. That's it. Just one specific medical move. He woke up at 2 a.m. and wrote, tie off pancreatic duct of dogs, wait 6 to 8 weeks for degeneration, remove and extract. He followed that dream instruction, and it worked. He isolated insulin and saved millions of lives. If that sounds crazy, listen to Otto Loewi. Scientists used to think nerves sent signals using only electricity. Loewi thought it was chemical, but he couldn't prove it. In 1921, he had a dream of an experiment that would prove his theory. He woke up, scribbled it on a scrap of paper, and went back to sleep. When he woke up, he couldn't read his own handwriting. He said it was the longest day of his life. But the next night, the dream came back. He didn't take any chances. He got up at 3 a.m., went straight to his lab, and performed the experiment on 2 frog hearts. It worked. He proved chemical transmission is how our bodies talk to each other. He won the Nobel Prize for an idea he actually had to dream twice just to remember. We even see this in the code of life itself. James Watson was obsessing over how DNA was shaped. He knew the pieces, but he couldn't fit them together. He reportedly had a dream of 2 intertwined serpents with heads at opposite ends. Some people say it was a spiral staircase. Either way, that visual click gave us the double helix. Then there's Dorothy Hodgkin. She spent years trying to map vitamin B12. She would have visual breakthroughs while sleeping, where the atoms would just move themselves into the right spots. She won the Nobel Prize too. So what does this mean for us? Are we just supposed to sleep and wait for a billion-dollar idea to drop? Not exactly. Every one of these people was primed. They were working 12-hour days. They were obsessed. They were feeding their brains all the data. The dream was just the final render step. Think of your brain like a computer that's trying to solve a puzzle. During the day, you're looking at the pieces. At night, the computer stays on and tries every combination while you're away. If you want to solve a big problem, you have to give your brain something to work with before you hit the pillow. The next time you're stuck on a project, a math problem, or even a weird social situation, stop forcing it. Feed your brain the info, then go to sleep. Your subconscious might just be waiting for you to get out of the way so it can hand you the answer.